Hello, this is Sam Ballard, IT Specialist for the Teaching and Learning Center. Today I'm going to talk about how to import content from a previous Sakai shell into a new or empty Sakai course. Now, this will work if you are an instructor in the previous Sakai course or the course that you want to copy content from. In the case that you are not the instructor in the past, you will need to be given instructor permissions in that previous course for this process to work. Now, in most situations, this is going to be done when you have a new Sakai shell that's been created for the upcoming semester, and you want to bring in all of your previous content from the previous semester into your new shell. We're looking at my Ballard Sandbox 2, and this is an empty shell I created, and I want to move in all my content from Ballard Sandbox. To do so, I will open up the Site Editor tool found in the left-hand tool menu. Now, when this tool loads, we have several options along the top here, and the option we want to use today is Import from Site. So we go ahead and click Import from Site, and we're presented with these three options. Now, in most situations, when you have an empty shell, you're going to want to bring everything in or almost everything in. In that case, you will want to select, I would like to replace my data. In the situation where perhaps you've already started setting up your new course and you already have some data in there, perhaps you have some gradebook settings, then you may want to merge your data. An important thing to watch out for is if you only bring in some of your data, you're going to find that some links and URLs in your course are going to break because the content that they link back to has not been imported into the new course. In most cases, you'll just select, I would like to replace my data. So we're going to do that today. And it's going to ask me which site do I want to import data from. Now, I only have 3 sites in my Sakai instance I'm using here. However, you probably have a fairly substantial list that you have to scroll through and find your previous site. I'm going to go ahead and just select Ballard Sandbox and click Continue. And I'm asked which material do I want to reuse. I want to reuse everything, so Sakai is going to force me to individually click each checkbox, but that's okay. Now, you may not want to bring in, say, for example, your calendar if you're going to already be changing your dates in the assignment settings, and then when you do that, you can send it to the calendar. I generally do bring in the calendar, and then those dates will get changed when I change the assignment settings. You may notice that the chat room box here am unable to select it, and that's because the chat room tool actually isn't being used in Ballard Sandbox, so there is no content to bring over to my new shell. I'll go ahead and click Finish. And this will sit here and tell us it's processing, and this may actually process for a couple minutes. So it's important just to let this do its thing, not to click out of here or click back or refresh or anything. And this will bring in the majority of our content. Even when this says that it's completed, you may notice that some content such as lessons or assignments that may have multiple modules or sections, all of that content may not have moved across. And don't worry, it is working in the background. So if you notice that some lessons haven't moved across, just give it a couple hours or perhaps even till the next day and go back in and verify that those lessons have moved in. Now, I think I've covered all the steps to import the content. I will sit here and wait on this to process. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me here in the Teaching and Learning Center. You may email me at tlctech@csc.edu or call down to extension 7089. Thank you.